Welcome to Mini Mode's interview series, where us kids are interviewing kids designers from all around the world. My name is Cara, and I'm here with Emma from Hotdog Watson. So tell us why you started Hotdog Watson.
Well, it started on a holiday. So I've got two kids, but my eldest, she was 3.5 months. She was a little tiny baby, and we went on holiday to Portugal. And I thought it was going to be really lovely, like Instagram, like really nice, like perfect pictures and really relaxing. And it wasn't. The sun was really hot, and the bugs were biting, and I couldn't get a hat to stay on her head. She kept throwing it off, and we ended up kind of staying inside. And that was kind of my light bulb moment. And I just thought there's got to be a way to just be outside having a bit more fun and just make a product that kind of solves that problem, and kind of packing in all the knowledge I kind of have had from my previous career into that. And there's so many problems. There's just so many problems with kidswear, and I kind of thought, well, I can solve it. So that's what I did. I started with sun hats and then moved on to winter hats. So it was a problem that needed fixing, basically. I just wanted to be able to get out and have a stress-free day out with my kids. Yeah, and that was nearly 6 years ago now.
Wow, super. And I love them. They're so popular.
They're really soft, aren't they?
Which my brother Noah actually wears more than me. But he would wear this around the house, and you can wear it in so many ways as well. I just love it.
Yeah, it looks so cute in the pictures you sent me. I loved it.
So you create funky hats for kids. Tell us about them and what makes them unique.
What makes them unique? Well, they're all really very functional. So they're quite techy as well. I'm a bit of a geek, so I love a bit of tech. So the sun hats have an example of a sun hat. Here, we do different styles, but the sun hats all are UV protective. They've got a built-in mosquito repellent, and they're temperature regulating. So we use a technology that was actually designed for NASA, for the astronauts, to help who are having to deal with extreme temperatures, and they help keep little heads at a perfect 37 degrees, so you don't get kind of too hot or too cold. So that's the sun hats. And then for the winter hats, like the one you're wearing, they're water resistant. They've got a reflective piping kind of all around the edge. Don't really you can see in my light in here. And the thin shillet line, so it means it's a special kind of lining which makes it warm but not heavy to wear. And obviously they're all kind of nice, bright, funky colours that I design. The idea behind them as well is that they should be gender neutral. So I don't like this idea of kids stuff being labelled and that's a boys and that's a girls, and just this idea of just great hats for great kids, basically.
Ooh. And plus they're so nice and warm on your head. And they're so you can just wear them all day. I love it.
They're really when my little one, she goes out in the buggy, she'll just tuck herself in and go to sleep. It's like a little mini pillow. It doubles up as a pillow as well.
So you specialise in creating hats. What's the process of coming up with new designs?
In terms of the print, so for the actual shapes of the hats, there was quite a lot of development time. So there was around about a year of development time, talking to other parents, kids, sampling, looking what else was out there on the market. I went to baby shows and I kind of got people to vote. Do you like this? How does this fit? And actually before we got the shape right, we sent the hats out to 100 families all over the world, and I just got them to really test it. So like literally some were like, my dog's chewed this, this has been in the washing, really, really tested it. And that's how I developed the shape and the fits and all the styles. In terms of the prints themselves, It's a bit of a mix. So I used to kind of work in trends, and my background's like design and product development. So there's a lot of, I like to see what's going on and kind of work out, okay, like I feel like that's kind of the mood and the colours people are interested in. And I look at what's happening, but mostly I kind of, it's inspired by my kids really, and like their friends and like what customers are saying to me. So like in the new collection, this one's Midnight Owl, and these are actual drawings by my
Oh my goodness.
so she was drawing this like little series of owls, like this little family. She was like telling a little story, and I was watching. I was like, "That's a print." So I took all of her little drawings, and then we just kind of added the colours. This tiger one.
Oh, I love that
one. We ran a competition during the first lockdown to try and encourage creativity. And I got hit. I said, like, just enter, and we'll pick a winner. We'll make up your hat. And this little girl, she's from Copenhagen. This was her. She designed all these tigers, and she called it Tiger King.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I just love it. And so we made it into a hat, and that's been, so some of it comes like directly from drawings, and some of it just comes from like the gold one. This is out of stock at the minute. This was just from like, it's winter and we need gold.
Yeah.
All of them have just got a fun, like it's just about like kids just being able to express themselves. Like I think if you can't have fun, you want to just like what do you want, like have a bit of fun with it. So yeah, but it's a mix. The design process is a mix. Sometimes like my eldest will literally be sat on my knee with the computer drawing and stuff. And other times it's me kind of doing it. Yeah.
What is the best piece of advice you've been given?
I think the best piece of advice I've ever been given is just to be kind to yourself. And I think it applies in life. It definitely applies when I became a mum, and it applies in business. I think we can all put a bit too much pressure on ourselves, and sometimes just thinking, what would you tell a friend in the same situation is quite, it's just be kind. Like sometimes, there's very few things that are worth a huge amount of stress about. We all get a bit anxious and a bit stressed about things, but at the end of the day, I think just, it's okay, just be kind to yourself. It's okay to just put your feet up, have a biscuit, just relax, not the end of the world. Yeah, that's the advice I lean into most. And then the second piece of advice was given to me by an old boss who's a very wise lady. And she said to me, you are your own DJ. And I was like, what does this mean? And she said, you're in charge of the songs in your head. So if you don't like what you're hearing, change the record. And I was like, oh, that's so clever. And I often think she was very smart. Very smart.
You have some really fun designs. What's the inspiration behind them?
The kids, really. Occasionally, so the snake one that you held up earlier, that's a funny story because my littlest, she's going to turn 3 next year.
Oh.
And when we were kind of like teaching her to talk, she couldn't get her S's. She was like, and so we kept trying to get her to say words with us in. So having all like the Eric Carlisle books and snake. And so every time we'd see a snake, we'd like, snake. And so the inspiration for the print came from that, because she was like, snake. Everything's then snake, just to help her say it. So yeah, the inspiration can come from anywhere, really.
Do you have a favourite hat?
Oh, that is so tough. I think the the original panda print was kind of one of the first, which is, have I got the panda print? I've got a bit of it on the inside of one of the hats there. Yeah. So that was the first print I did, and that was really special. I think, if I'm honest, the owl is my current favourite, and the main reason for that was simply because it was the one that, like, my daughter had really designed, and she was so, I think she got to the age, because she's like 6, nearly 7, so she felt really proud. And when we sell on we're stocked on Kidly, like the online marketplace, and they messaged me one evening, like not long after launch, and they said that it's the fastest selling hat print they've had, and I can remember telling her, like, wow, you know, like something she just thought in her head and drew, like children were liking it, and because she was so proud as well, like, yeah. So I would, the panda and that one, I couldn't get my teeth. Yeah. It's hard to pick.
What's next for your brand?
Well, interesting you should ask that question. We've got a collaboration with Emily Brooke, who's a British illustrator. I don't know if you follow Emily. She is, if you don't, you should. She's lovely. She's so funny, and she's amazing with colour and pattern. And she illustrates, she's done kind of like a lot of homeware and kind of like stationery and beautiful, like bright colours, brilliant. And I'm a big fan. And I reached out to her one evening, and I was like, Emily, I love your stuff. Like, you know, if anyone wants to do a hat, let me know. And she came back and she was like, yes. And that is launching next week. So she's done an exclusive print just for us. And it's really, really nice. It's really nice. So that's next. And that's really exciting to have that kind of, you know, to bring in some like other people that I really admire and work with. So yeah. I'll send you a picture as soon as it lands.
And then last question: if you had a hat that has superpower, what superpower would it be?
Oh, superpower. I tell you what, this is a really boring superpower. It would be the ability to tidy up really quickly. Because, it's my worst job.
I think we would all need a bit of that in our lives. Yeah.
I think it's the one thing I just think, oh no, like just I love creating, I love having everything out, and I like the fun of, like, you know, crafting, like doing those stuff with the kids and getting out of that, but the tidying up, yeah.
Oh, jeepers, yeah.
It's hard to speed it up.
Yeah, just click your fingers and there you go, it's all clean.
That's the dream. So not wildly exciting, but yeah, practical.
Yes. Thank you very much for coming on.
Oh, you're so welcome. I was so looking forward to today. I really was, and I'm so happy, like, to chat to you and like to you in the hats as well, and to see your little brother wearing them as well. It's lovely.
He loves them. No, I think he wears them everywhere at this point.
Oh God! Yeah, you'll have to try the summer ones when we launch.
Yeah, definitely.
Next year. Yeah, definitely. Oh, fab.